Hello, my fellow humans. I I wanted to start making more videos to draw people that I can potentially help in my coaching business, and I felt like I got to be out there to do that, right? In order to be found, we have to be visible. And I say this as a Gen Xer who is not great with social media, so I'm gonna be doing videos. A lot of stuff will correlate with the book that I just finished and hopefully will be publishing soon on grief. And, but ultimately, I just am trying to call my tribe to me. My goal in my business is, it's visual vibe living and transcendence movement is to help others, whether it be through coaching services on the visual vibe living side or be through the movement side and transcendence movement via yoga and personal training, that like my goal is to help others live their life most authentically through working through the grief that's held in your body and held in your soul, that blocks us a lot of times. And when I look for when I have something I need, like a coach or a trainer, and I'm looking, I usually look at the person. Yeah, we all have credentials. I am certified personal trainer, yoga certified, and counseling certified, and I have all of this like logistics background, right? I have the education, but more importantly, I have my own soul's journey, and in my soul's journey, I feel like the right people, people that need the input that I can give, will come to me. Just like I was brought to others, Because here's the thing, it's all about connection, right? Like we all help each other. We all are a tribe of beings, and I just want to be able to help my fellow tribes people. I know that sounds cheesy, but when people ask me things like, "What drives you in life?" Um, love and helping others, and I know it sounds cheesy. I do, but it's really there. I don't know why. I don't have any big meaning aside from what I saw when I was younger, and it was the people I loved the most suffering a lot, and I didn't want other people to suffer like that. It's what's driven me in life. But one of those things, there's a key, and this maybe sounds selfish, but it's true. But one of those key people that was suffering that I loved was myself. But I was suffering so much I didn't even know I loved myself. Um, and when I was younger and I was surrounded by grief and sickness from my parents both being mentally unwell, my dad with PTSD and depression, and my mom with bipolar disorder, both of them struggling alcoholics, and then losing them at a very young age, it was obviously detrimental in a lot of ways to my growth as a being. And um, their energetic output affected me greatly. And then my energetic output affected those around me. And that's the thing. We all ripple onto each other, right? So we all affect each other. But we're so busy living surface level lives that we don't go deep to heal our deepest selves, to be our most authentic selves. We don't do that work, and then we wonder why our life feels less meaningful and why our connections don't go the way that we want them to or whatnot. I mean, I've been watching, don't laugh at me now, but I'm watching Love is Blind. I watched the first season forever ago and maybe the second season, and I haven't watched it since. And then I watched this last season, and woo, it's a rough one. I'm not gonna say any bad things about the cast because it's a reality show, and who am I to judge people? But it does seem like a lot of people are not doing the work, and on themselves, and then that causes issues in relationships. And I mean, reality show or not, like this is true for all of us, right? When you're dating or making new friendships or making coworker connections or whatever, like whatever connections you're making in life, you are carrying your load of stuff, and other people are carrying it. And if we are not doing the work on ourselves, then we're just passing on this heaviness to each other back and forth. And so I want to help lighten that load for people. But like, I'm not an expert in anybody's life. I don't have any super secrets. It's just, I just want to help you brush away the things that are blocking you from seeing your truest self. Because the fact of the matter is, we all know ourselves. We know what is really driving us. It's just whether or not we choose to listen to it and to go into it. And when I say listen to it, like, I called it visual vibe living because I feel vibrationally, like I feel things. Like, I know when I'm aligned, and you do too. I know it, however you feel it, however you sense it, there is a sensory thing that your soul is like, yes, this aligns. And in the same way, it's like, no, this doesn't align if it doesn't. So we need to be following the correct vibrations in life. Yeah. And it makes me, I started to think about things when I was doing my own work, and like, how can I help others, and how, I realized I had to help myself first and shift my vibration. Because if I'm too busy being weighed down by my own stuff and then having my vibration spew itself onto others, I'm never going to be able to help anybody. I'm not going to be able to help myself. And that's what happened with my parents. They were so weighed down. And this is the truth of the matter, is like, this all started because I just wanted to be the person that would have been able to help my parents. Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry. But it's true. If somebody existed that could have helped my parents deal with their grief better, I think their lives would have been exponentially, profoundly different and beautiful, and I might still have them. So, I want to help others so that maybe people don't have to go through that loss or whatever. And if you do go through that loss, how do you deal with it? What do you do with it? Because it doesn't go away. Pain of losing people, the pain of grief can be hard. It's not bad necessarily, but it can be hard, And so on the other side of that, it's being a community for each other, to hold each other up when we're going through the grief process and we're in the mud, No mud, no lotus, right? So when you're in the mud, how do you deal with it? Sometimes it takes helping other people also, or having other people also in the mud, or who've been through the mud, to kind of lean on and hold you up and remind you you're not alone. That's it. That's the community I'm trying to build. And, yeah, like, I really want to help people. So, this is my question for you. What if you could live so authentically, so vibrantly in tune with your soul's purpose, that even when life throws the hardest things at you, you could still thrive? What if you could have that? If you feel called to this, let me know. Let me help you. Let me help you help yourself, I guess. Because that's really what it is. I'm just like a guide. I'm not as cool as Yoda, but think of it like that, I mean? Like your little trans, queer, Yoda-esque human, but not quite as smart as Yoda, but it's really what it is. We all need a Yoda. We all need... God, I'm a nerd, but there we are. We all need that. I mean, that's the reality, right? And I've walked it. I have all certifications, college education. I have all that stuff. But what makes me unique, I think, is my path. And the things I've experienced are truly what gave me the wisdom that I have today to help you. So, like, let me know if you feel called to it.